Welcome to the Bookroom Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started. Today on the deep dive, we're really getting into the weeds of Terry Roberts' novel, In the Fullness of Time. Our plan is to walk through the story, event by event, pulling out those key insights Roberts gives us.
Right, and the setting is just fantastic. We're talking 1960s Madison County, North Carolina. Very evocative. It's not just scenery, though. It's tied up with all the big themes: loyalty, justice, that deep connection people have to the land, to their past. And Sheriff Clinton Salter, he's right at the heart of it all. His character development is, well, it's something else.
Okay, so let's unpack this journey, starting right at the beginning with Clint's early life. It's easy to picture him as just this stoic sheriff, right? But Roberts takes us way back, 1931, a really harsh winter. And Clint's just a kid. His father's abusive, an alcoholic. His mother, she left 2 years before. So young Clint steps up. He has to protect his little brother, Willie. There's this one scene, it's really powerful, where he actually stands up to his father, tells him the food ain't fit for the dog, just so Willie can get away. It's defining.
And that moment, that early trauma and act of protection, it's not just background. It really forges who he becomes. You see how it shapes his sense of loyalty, his ideas about justice, all the responsibilities he takes on later. It's like the foundation is laid right there.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So fast forward to the 1960s. He's Sheriff Clinton Salter now, but it's a job he never asked for. His daughter, Marion, even teases him. Says he's muttered it 100 times already.
Right, that reluctance is interesting. It shows he's not power hungry. He has this inherent sense of duty, maybe.
Right.
Which kind of makes him perfect for the job, ironically.
And he steps right into a political mess.
Oh, yeah. He inherits Gloria Goforth as his secretary. She was his old history teacher, very no-nonsense.
Yeah.
And immediately, people are calling, asking for favors, medicine, getting rivals arrested, stuff promised by Clint's brother, Will Salter, who's politically powerful, or the old sheriff.
A real patronage system.
Exactly. Decades of it. People expected things done outside the official channels. Clint has to dismantle all that.
So his first big act, confronting Tom Runyon.
Yep. The previous chief deputy, the guy who ran against Clint and lost. Runyon still thinks he has some clout, tries to, tell Clint how things are going to be.
How does Clint handle that?
Quietly but firmly, he demands Runyon's resignation and the county weapon.
And Runyon.
He throws a tantrum, literally throws a chair, breaks it, tosses his pistol onto the car seat. It's quite the scene.
Whoa.
Judge Gudger and Gloria see the whole thing. It's like symbolic. The old angry way, failing against Clint's calm authority. He's drawing a line, new era.
And he doesn't stop there, right?
Right.
He immediately starts changing how the office runs. His first night as sheriff, he sleeps in the jail.
Yeah, definitely not standard procedure.
Then there's Ed Banks, this guy who apparently used to get to go home at night even though he was locked up. Clint puts a stop to that, confiscates his cigarettes too, tells him, you're not going anywhere before your trial. Simple, direct.
It sends a clear message. The sheriff's department is going to be impartial now. No more special treatment based on connections or politics. Which, for the rural South in the 60s, that's a huge shift.
Absolutely.
And he's even thinking about hiring a female deputy, which shows he's practical, progressive even, just common sense overriding old norms.
It's around this time that Catherine Metcalf comes into the picture. She's Marion's principal. Their first meeting is at Robin's drugstore. Seems purely professional at first. She needs help with vandalism at the school, a student fight.
Right, but it quickly becomes more than just professional. They connect.
Oh,
They start sharing things, their pasts. Clinton talks about his war wound and that really dark story about his father's death, how he was chased with a hammer and just left him when he fell in the creek.
heavy stuff.
Yeah. And Catherine shares her story, too, about her husband, James Metcalf, an idealistic farmer, but things didn't work out. Died in a tractor accident years ago.
So they bond over these shared traumas.
Exactly. Roberts uses that shared vulnerability to build this really deep connection between them, finding comfort in someone who understands loss, understands difficult pasts.
But this connection also brings up more from the past, right? For Clint specifically.
It does. Catherine mentions something almost casually, but it hits Clint hard. She remembers seeing burns on Willie Salter's arms back when he was in school.
Burns?
Yeah, she says they looked like cigarette burns.
Oh, wow. So Clint's hearing this about his brother.
Yeah, and you can just feel him reeling. It forces him to confront all these complicated feelings about Willie, about his own role as a protector, maybe?
That's intense.
It really is. And later, Catherine calls him late at night at the jail. She feels guilty, like she's added to his burdens. And Clint, He admits he was actually thinking about going home to Doe Branch, just seeking some peace. She sort of gives him permission, tells him it's okay, and then he asks her to keep his family's secrets. It's a huge step in their trust, this shared weight.
So the story moves on. Life in Madison County continues. There's the annual basketball tournament.
Right, a big community event, the championship game.
And then, boom, violence erupts. A player, Russ McIntyre, gets shot.
By Andrew Garland. Drunk, angry.
And Clint.
He's right there. Jumps in immediately, physically takes Garland down, arrests him. No hesitation, just decisive action.
Shows his style, doesn't it? Direct, hands-on justice.
Exactly. And despite the small-town pressures, the case gets resolved justly, even moving the trial to avoid bias. It contrasts sharply with how things might have been handled before.
Then the tone shifts a bit. Christmas Day, 1964.
Yeah, a quieter, more personal scene. Marion brings Catherine to Clint's farm as a surprise.
And Catherine really sees Clint's world, his home.
She does. She notices the books, the smells of wood smoke, old paper, cigars maybe. Clint shows her around the farm, introduces her to his ram, Daddy Man, his horses.
It feels like we're seeing him through her eyes.
Definitely. It softens him, shows that side of him. And it deepens their connection in a really gentle, domestic way.
They also visit the cemetery together.
And they stop at his father Lazarus's grave.
And Clint admits something surprising.
Yeah, he says he paid for the headstone, and that over time he actually came to pity his father.
The further away I get from his fists, the easier it is for me to believe that. Yeah. That's quite a line.
It really is. It shows incredible growth, finding empathy even for the source of so much pain, moving beyond that childhood trauma.
And this growing closeness leads to, well, more intimacy.
It does. Christmas night, they make love, and Catherine takes off her wedding ring.
A big symbolic moment.
Huge. And the next morning, they talk about their dreams. Clint dreamt he was flying with her cat. He calls her over his land. Catherine dreamt she found safety within his farm.
Wow. It's like their futures are weaving together.
Totally. It's not just romance. It feels like healing, a real commitment built on everything they've shared.
But trouble is never far away in Madison County, it seems. Early 1965, the barn burnings start.
Right. January, February. First, the Hagen family loses their burley crop, then Hollis Rector's barn.
These aren't just random acts. They hit people where it hurts their livelihood. It creates this real sense of fear.
Yeah, an undercurrent of something sinister.
And then things get even darker. In June, the Safford family cemetery.
Oh, that's horrific. Graves desecrated, bodies dug up, looking for valuables, and they steal 2 skulls.
How does Clint react to that?
He's deeply shaken, feels like a torn place in the world. It's more than just a crime for him. It's a violation of something sacred, something about the community's roots. It hits him on a spiritual level.
And he turns to Catherine again.
He does. He confides in her about the desecration and also his suspicion, his terrible suspicion, that his brother Will might have used names from that cemetery, names of the dead, for election fraud.
That's a heavy burden. Family loyalty versus the law.
And Catherine's response is just perfect. The hell with your brother. She tells him to focus on his own integrity. She's his anchor, his moral compass in that moment.
So the investigation into the cemetery, how does that unfold?
Clint gets a hint from Aunt Belle, someone who knew the Saffords well. It points him towards Wallace Sawyer.
So he gets a warrant.
Yep. Searches Sawyer's place.
And
finds the proof, stolen gold teeth, rings, a necklace, and the 2 skulls.
Chillin'.
Absolutely. Sawyer confesses quickly, implicates Aaron Gosnell and Jimmy Rice, says they plan to rob the graves. It unravels fast once Clint gets that lead.
But the violence isn't over.
Yeah.
August 1965.
No. The Norton murders. Grady and Bonnie Norton shot dead in their own kitchen.
Brutal. What does Clint find at the scene?
The Zippo lighter, evidence that a valuable coin collection was stolen, and something else. Heartbreaking.
What's that?
Their collie, Popper, also shot, hidden in the barn. Clint finds him, buries him himself, and he makes this vow. You have my covenant as to that. A promise of revenge.
Wow. That makes it personal.
Deeply personal. It goes beyond just the job.
How does he track down the killers?
Persistent police work, but also a key tip from Dwayne Austin. There are rumors. Rumors the killers might be in the family.
In the family?
Yeah. That leads Clint to focus on Jason Fortner, a cousin of the Nortons.
Another betrayal within a family. Seems like a theme.
It really is, and Fortner confesses.
What's his story?
He admits driving the shooters Bob and Jimmy Crowder from over in Tennessee to the Norton house. Says he thought they were just going to steal the coin collection, that nobody would get hurt.
And the Zippo.
He left it there by accident. for Jimmy Crowder. His concession basically seals the case, but...
But the Crowders are in Tennessee. Jurisdiction issues.
Exactly. Clint calls Michael Smith, his son Matthew's colleague at the Institute of Government, hoping for some legal help navigating the cross-state lines thing.
Huh?
Gets a cold shoulder. A very political, bureaucratic response. Clint's kind of on his own, facing these institutional barriers.
This must all be building up inside him. The murders, the desecration, Willie.
Oh, yeah, and it leads to this massive confrontation with his brother, Will.
He confronts him about the barn burnings, and Willie.
He does. And Will admits it. Admits he pushed Clint to run for sheriff specifically to protect Willie, to cover for him.
Wow. The manipulation.
It gets worse. Will then threatens Clint. Says if Clint goes after Willie, he'll make sure Catherine loses her job as principal.
He uses Catherine against him.
Yes. But Clint explodes. He fires back, tells Will he'll nail your hide to that damn barn and put Willie in jail no matter what.
So that's it. The final line crossed.
Absolutely. It's the ultimate clash. Family, love, duty, justice. It all comes to a head right there. The stakes couldn't be higher or more personal for Clint.
So how do they get the Crowders?
Jason Fortner agrees to cooperate. He helps Clint set up an ambush, lures Bob Crowder to a picnic area.
And it turns violent.
A shootout. Jimmy Crowder tries to shoot Clint, but his gun is empty. Clint takes him down hard, hits him with his .45. Danny Fender tackles Bob. It's chaotic, dangerous.
Does Clint get hurt?
Yeah, he takes a bullet in the side during the fight.
And Runyon, Tom Runyon.
He's there too, somehow involved or maybe just drawn to the action. He gets killed in the crossfire. Ruled self-defense, but still. Tragic. It's like the last piece of the old guard falling.
So Clint ends up in the hospital.
Right. Recovering. And Catherine is right there with him constantly.
And he has those reflections about the rivers.
These almost spiritual thoughts about two rivers. One, hidden, hot, purifying. It feels like a metaphor for their whole journey, right? Going through the fire together and coming out changed, cleansed.
A sense of healing.
Definitely. But there's more family drama, even in the hospital.
Will visits him.
Yeah. And drops another bombshell. Confesses he had an affair with Gretchen, Clint's late wife, years ago.
Oh my gosh, why?
Says he felt inferior to Clint. It's this raw, painful admission. But he also says he wants to start over with Clint. It's incredibly complex. Pain, but maybe a tiny opening for forgiveness.
So much history between them. Then there's a wedding.
Yes, life moves on. Marion and Luke get married. It's a happy occasion.
Matthew is still distant.
Yeah, Matthew attends, but he's still estranged. Makes that weird comment about snakes in the church. Some wounds just don't heal easily, I guess.
But there's more joy, too.
Oh, yes. A double celebration. Marion and Luke announce they're pregnant.
Ah, lovely. How does Clint react?
He's overjoyed. Immediately starts thinking about teaching the grandchild about the farm. It's this wonderful symbol of hope, continuity, connection to the land.
And then Clint and Catherine get married themselves.
They do. On Old Christmas, January 6, 1966, in that little abandoned church Clint found.
Old Christmas, that feels significant.
It does, doesn't it? Rooted in tradition. Father David officiates, talks about their earned happiness, calls them our possibility. It's beautiful.
And Catherine becomes fully part of his world.
Totally. Later, they even go bear hunting together with the local men and their dogs. She experiences the old soul, the legendary dog. It's like she's not just married to Clint, she's embraced by the whole mountain community, its traditions, its spirit.
So the ending.
Yeah.
They're listening to the church bell.
Yeah. The bell at Doe Branch Church. It's just this perfect image of peace, connection to each other, to the land, to the past and the future. They've found their place.
What a journey for Clint. From reluctant sheriff to this embodiment of justice and integrity.
Absolutely. He changes things, fundamentally. But maybe more importantly, he finds this incredible connection with Catherine, built out of shared pain, but leading to real love and a shared future.
The book has that line, everything is here now. Past, present, future, all mixed together. It really feels like their story embodies that, doesn't it? How all the trauma and the struggles shaped this new beginning, this enduring love they found.
It truly does. It's about how time isn't just linear, maybe, how the past informs the present, and how new possibilities can arise even from the deepest wounds.
What a deep dive into the fullness of time and heart. We hope you enjoyed this journey with us. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.